Any stock or any market is based on distribution. If everybody in a particular market is trying to buy the same product and there are a vast amount of buyers, it's going to go higher. If there's two buyers and a whole bunch of sellers, it's going down, even if those two buyers have more money than everybody else because of distribution. And in the marketplace right now, I believe that distribution on a behavioral standpoint has shifted to the positive side. So on corrections, on pullbacks right now in stocks, the majority of stocks are showing that each pullback is generating a buy signal. That's in a high percentage right now of all the stocks that are coming into Pro 17 for analysis, where 6 months ago they were all showing every surge was going to result in a failure. So right now you're a buyer on pullbacks in general. You're a seller when it's achieved the percentage that you were looking to accomplish. You're a seller when Pro 17 makes a recommendation that a stock's going from 9 to 12. There's 2 points of upside. You're making a decision now between $12 and $14 where to get out. That's the decision tool. That's how you maximize the use of Pro 17.
Okay, here's a question from one of our subscribers, Gary. Gary says, I'm relatively new to this, and sometimes a stock may make an unusual move in mid-cycle. Can I resubmit the stock for an updated forecast? I said, by the way, thanks for your service. I upgrade to platinum based on your sure trades alone. Thanks, okay, Gary.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, normally we'll update a forecast every 17 days, which is roughly every 3 weeks. But if there is a significant change with the stock, we will do another forecast on it or update the forecast. So, yeah, if you're sitting on a forecast and something crazy happens with it, yeah, go ahead and resubmit it. Let us know, and we'll give you an update on it.
I just looked at the forecast on the Qs. By the way, our last buy recommendation was on April 1st, and we had an exit date of April 13th. And we have a buy recommendation right now at 30. And I'll kind of give you what the language looks like. I'll read to you as the most recent indication. On 4/14, Pro 17 indicates a short-term negative reversal of failure to fail formation could form at 31.50. Best buy is at the 30 range. This condition creates a short-term short opportunity or put play. Trade quickly, the market is moving higher. So what I'm basically telling you inside of there is you only have a few days to make a downside trade here. Don't bet that the market's going to collapse. Because the $30 mark is going to rise up here, and the longer it stays at this level, the higher the likelihood that the market's going to break out to the upside. And using this to forecast out 17 days, chances are in 17 days, that $30 number is going to be up closer to the $32 number.
Now we have someone wanting us to, one of our subscribers wanting us to look at UNG. I'm wondering, Todd, if this is one of our 10 percenters we didn't get right.
This one it's going through a bottoming process, and I believe I did analysis on this Thursday night. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, on Thursday you said indicating a negative reversal and short-term failure to succeed signal. Stock will test new lows, close out long position, and make the decision.
I think that was pretty much a break-even trade, wasn't it? Yeah. What the stock is having a hard time doing right now is having a hard time overcoming this failure to succeed profile. And because it was so negative, the slopes that were starting to shift positive have reverted back to a negative slope. And the negative slope formation, not the negative trend, is what generated this cover your long position scenario. So I've been trying to identify the absolute bottom in these natural gas stocks. From an overall buying standpoint, UNG and some of the other natural gas related companies, they're all showing this pattern. They're bumping their butt on the bottom. They could all experience a final lean, which would put what's called a V-shaped pattern in the stock on any given day. And that event would be a 1 to 3 day event that it pushes down. So the way I hedge that position is I'll be a little patient at this particular moment in time and see if there's one more failure in it. I would rather pay $16 from this and know that we're in a reverse slope, reverse trend behavioral portion than pay $14 and watch it dip to $12 and not have any more money to buy it. So I'd rather miss the 2 points of downside and buy it when it's in, it actually generates the buy signal. And this little failure on Friday is actually generating a short-term, this is better enhancing the point of time where this absolutely looks like the bottom, but it's not quite there. It hasn't confirmed yet. So if you want to look at this from a 17-day standpoint or a 3-month standpoint, 3 months from now, I'm pretty confident that this will be somewhere between $16 and $18. But in the very immediate short term, based on the 17-day portion of the cycle, you do have some downside risk. Friday's close generated a different story, and it reversed that failure to succeed format, and it actually, in the next couple days, could generate the first signs of a buy.
All right, here's a good question from Al. I like this one. This is probably an obvious question, but if your system works so well, why don't you just use it yourself and save all the time and expense to market it to the public? And actually, we do use the system ourselves to make very handsome returns in the market. But offering this to the public doesn't in any way diminish our ability to make money in the markets. And actually, we're actually making more money now because we're getting information about other stocks are coming in from our subscribers. They're asking for forecasts based on them. We're looking at them and, hey, you know what? That's a trade that we didn't see before. Let's go ahead and do that one too. So actually running the Pro 17 system is actually helping us make more money than we would have otherwise.
Yeah, my opinion on that is through the course of the 20 years that I've been in business, I built from less than $1 million up to as high as 20 million, all the way back down to 2 million. You know, it just vacillates back and forth. I've made a good living, but from a standpoint of, you know, why does this benefit? It's the same thing, you know, an analogy right now in a contemporary market is, are you going to be more successful as a business person if you network or you fly it alone? And social networking, business networking, idea networking in general creates better opportunities for the individual. And we're trying to create a platform here where the greater amount of people can make money more often than just individuals. Because each one of you are limited by the amount of hours you have in a day. You only have so much time that you can do research on a stock. I only have so much time that I can do research on any given stock. So I'd rather all the fundamental analysis that's out there for free aggregate into points in time where we can make decisions on this. And this spreads out the opportunity for more people. And that's what this exercise is on Pro 17. Let's make money for more people than just a few people.
Okay, here's a question from Dennis. He asks, the charts look standard, so we could recreate them, although not be able to duplicate the underlying proprietary calculations that are used to make the recommendations. Todd, how would you answer that?
That's exactly right. I put these, the reason I use the averages that I do is because it's the most commonly used averages that you look at on a daily basis anyway. Why should I try to change what you're doing? I don't want to re-educate you. I don't want to tell you something that's so revolutionary new that you think you've got to drop everything else you're doing. It's not that. That's not the point of this. It's taking this, instead of looking at it as a 200-day average trader or a 50-day moving average trader or a day-to-day trader. You know, if a position goes against you on a day trade basis, how are you going to recover from that? You can utilize a Pro 17 system to say, you know what, I might have missed today, but I'm quite certain in the next 2 days it's going to recover. Why recognize the loss if it's got the ability to generate what I originally read? This gives me the confidence to hold that long position for that day or two extra.